A stepper motor is a special motor that rotates in incremental steps, unlike other motors that run continuously. They find application in printers, plotters, robots, etc. Stepper motors are excited by pulses to get incremental displacement. The common step size of stepper motor ranges from 0.9 degree to 30 degrees. Stepper motors are made up of permanent magnet rotor with stator field excitation. Two-phase excitation and four-phase excitation are more common. A four-phase stepper motor has four stator poles that are excited by pulses. Each pole winding can be excited such that the pole can be made either a north pole or a south pole. The number of teeth or the number of poles in the rotor will decide the minimum incremental step angle when a particular phase is excited. In this arrangement, the poles should be properly excited in a particular sequence so that the rotor rotates in the desired direction. If the excitation sequence is reversed, the rotor rotates in the reverse direction. A typical stepper motor has a step angle of 1.8 degrees, 50 teeth on the rotor and 8 poles on the stator. The connection for interfacing a 4-phase stepper motor to 8085 through 8255 is given here. The stepper motor has 6 terminals, 4 terminals A, B, C and D for excitation and 2 terminals for supply. The figure shows 4 terminals A, B, C and D connected to 8255. Through the transistor drivers. The transistor drivers or buffers are essential as the port pins cannot directly source the current required for the motor drive. As explained earlier, the motor terminal have to be excited in the proper sequence so that the rotor rotates continuously in one direction. Two types of excitations are possible with a 4-phase motor. One-phase excitation and two-phase excitation. In one-phase excitation, only one phase of the stepper motor is excited at a time. In two-phase excitation, two phases are excited at a time. The excitation sequence is fixed for rotation in a particular direction. The excitation sequence for one-phase excitation is being given in table, and the single-phase excitation results in low current through the motor winding. This is also called wave mode. The excitation sequence for two-phase excitation is also being given in table. In two-phase excitation, the excitation current through the motor winding is high. So, it is also called as high torque excitation. The tables for one-phase excitation and two-phase excitation also list the corresponding hexadecimal byte values to be given to ports, assuming the higher order 4 bits to be 0. The program for driving a stepper motor mainly consists of providing excitation signals in the proper sequence of the port A terminal of 8255. An appropriate delay can be inserted between excitations to control the speed of rotation of the motor. A minimum delay must be maintained so that the motor coils are properly excited. This minimum delay also sets the maximum speed of operation of the stepper motor. Now let us see how to rotate a stepper motor at 60 RPM. It is assumed that the stepper motor with 1.8 degree step angle is used. The circuit diagram for rotating the stepper motor at 60 degree RPM is shown here with 1.8 degree step angle. If the time delay for each step is controlled, the speed of the motor can be controlled. Let us assume that the required speed is n RPM. Then the speed in RPS, that is revolution per second, is n by 60. If n by 60 is the number of rotations in 1 second, then the time taken for one rotation is 60 by n. So the time taken for 1.8 degree rotation is 60 into 1.8 divided by n into 360, which is equivalent to 0.3 by ns. The speed of continuous rotation will be n RPM. Here the required speed n is 60 RPM. So the time delay is 0.3 by 60, that is 5 milliseconds. The program given in table shows the continuous rotation of the stepper motor. The count in the delay routine must be calculated to produce the required time delay. The program first initializes the control word for IC8255. Then a counter with an initial value of 4 is set up to indicate that the switching sequence needs 4 steps, which are to be repeated continuously. A memory pointer is then initialized to load the switching or excitation data to be given to port A of 8255. The switching data is stored in the memory location. The program shows 4 sets of switching tables stored in different locations. For example, to excite the stepper motor coil in one phase excitation method and in clockwise direction, the memory pointer must be initialized with the memory location 9008. Then the program gives these switching data to port A pin of 8255 one after the another with a particular delay. So now I will explain the program in each steps. So first, initially we have loaded the 8255 control word in the accumulator. This 80 states that all the ports of 8255 are configured as outputs. So next, it is being the control word is being moved to the control register. Now we have initialized the counter with the value of 4. This 4 indicates the number of excitations. Here we have 4 excitations value. So the initial counter value is equal to 4, which indicates the number of excitations. After that, the memory is being pointed. We can point the memory as 9000 or 9004 or 9008 or 9000 C, which indicates the excitation in biphase clockwise or anti-clockwise, or in single phase clockwise or anti-clockwise. The memory data are being moved to the accumulator and it is being sent through port A. So once it is being coming out from port A, a particular delay is being called, and as the count value becomes 0, the loop exists. If the count value becomes 0, it comes out of the loop and the program once again starts from the initial count value of 03. So this, now we are going to rotate the stepper motor by 180 degrees. In most stepper motor applications, the stepper motor is not rotated continuously. The angle by which the stepper motor rotates need to be controlled. In this example, the stepper motor shaft has to be rotated by exactly 180 degrees. This can be done by stopping the motor excitation when the motor shaft has rotated by 180 degree. This is possible because each switching state of the motor coil rotates the shaft by exactly the step angle, that is, for our case it is of 180 degree as we have assumed. For 180 degree rotation, the number of switching steps required is 180 divided by the step angle 1.8, that is equal to 100. These 100 steps are produced by repeating the sequence of 4 excitations. So a count value of 100 by 4, that is equal to 25 is needed. 25 in decimal is needed. This count of 25 is used for exciting the motor coil with 4 complete step sequence. Then the execution is stopped and the motor rotation is halted. The program is being given in the table which is being in the proceeding. So this program shows the stepper motor to rotate in 180 degrees. So this implicates by adding another loop with register D as counter. I have highlighted it in blue color. The program uses the same logic and the instruction as we have seen for the complete rotation program for rotating the stepper motor at 60 rpm. The only steps which are all being included here are being highlighted in blue color, that is, since we have to rotate the stepper motor for a specified angle of 180 degree, that particular 180 degree angle is being calculated and it comes as 25 in decimal and its equivalent values of 19H. That particular value is being loaded as a counter in D register, and until that count value becomes 0, the program is being in a loop, and when this particular 19 becomes 0, the program comes out of the loop and it is being halted. So the stepper motor rotates exactly for a 180 degree rotation. If you want to rotate it for some other specified angle, say it as 60 degree or 120 degree or 70 degrees, so we have to find the exact value for that specified degree of rotation, and that should be loaded as a counter. Now let us see how to control the stepper motor using 8051 microcontroller. While we are controlling the stepper motor using microprocessor, the microprocessor seeks the support of 8255 peripheral IC since it does not have any ports in it. But it is not the case in 8051 microcontroller. The 8051 controller has ports in it, so we can directly connect the stepper motor to the ports without the help of 8255. But we can't connect the stepper motor directly through to the ports. We have to go for some driver circuits because the stepper motor consumes a current of 0.1 to 1 amps during step rotation with the load. A microcontroller produces a maximum current of 0.045 amps through the ports. Therefore, the pulse sent from port are not sufficient to run a stepper motor. Hence, we cannot directly interface stepper motor with microcontrollers. There are two solutions to this problem. One is to use a motor drive like L239D or to use a current amplification IC like ULN2003A. Here we choose the later case. To overcome the stepper motor's power constraint, we need an external power source that can drive heavy loads and supply enough power for the operation of the stepper motor. ULN2003 is an IC containing a pair of Darlington configuration of transistors. ULN2003 takes low power input and outputs a signal with greater power. The Darlington transistor is made up of two NPN or PNP BJTs by connecting together, where the emitter of PNP transistor is connected to the base of other PNP transistor to drive the load. Hence, we are in need of a current amplification IC ULN2003 to connect the stepper motor to 8051 microcontroller. Keep in mind that this ULN2003 is just a current amplification IC. It is not similar to that of our 8255 port IC what we have discussed while we are controlling the stepper motor using 8085 microcontroller. Coming to the program, as I have told that we can since 8051 microcontroller has its own on-chip ports, we can directly connect the stepper motor to the ports. So we can give the excitation values directly to the ports. You assume that port 1, 4 pins of port 1 are being connected to the stepper motor, right? So first, if you want to rotate the motor in clockwise direction, first load the value 03, excitation value 03 to port 1 and call a delay. Next, you load the second value for excitation 06 and again call a delay. Next, consecutively you load the other two excitation values, and after loading the excitation values, you just call a delay, right? So once all the 4 excitation values are being over, then again jump to the main program. By means of it, the motor continuously rotates without any halt, right? So you have to concentrate on the delay what you are making between each and every excitation. If you want a lesser delay, you have to load the count value in such a manner in the delay program. If you want a greater delay, again you have to bother about the delay count value what you are loading over it. So here I have given the program for rotating the stepper motor for 360 degrees. If you want to rotate it for a desired degree of rotation, then you have to calculate the degree of rotation as what I have mentioned while we are controlling it using 8085 microprocessor. Then you just send the excitation values through the ports, but keep in mind that you have to load the expected degree of rotation as a count value in that particular program. So it is being left as a task to you. So you write on your own for controlling the stepper motor, for rotating the stepper motor for a desired angle. Thank you. So that's all for today. Let us see the rest of the applications in the next video. Thank you.